West the Sales Whisperer here. Since 2008, I've been using Infusionsoft to grow my own business, which has become helping professional salespeople, sales managers, business owners, and entrepreneurs grow their business. But lately, I've been hearing a lot of folks shopping around, hitting Odesk and Elance, asking me why they should pay my, quote, outrageous prices when they can get somebody on Elance for $25 an hour to do their Infusionsoft work. So I want to show you why you should hire a $25 per hour Infusionsoft consultant from Elance, since they are obviously kind and benevolent. They price their services in a much fairer and friendlier manner. If you want to save money getting Infusionsoft help, you're going to want to make sure your Infusionsoft consultant is not spending money frivolously by passing their certification renewal, each and every year, keeping their listing updated on the Infusionsoft marketplace, and wasting hundreds of dollars a month on their active Infusionsoft application, where they can practice what they preach, become a product of the product, store dozens, even hundreds of campaigns, action sets, follow-up sequences, and other examples they can perfect and reference and even leverage when they work for you to ensure they are creating the most efficient, proven, effective structure inside your own Infusionsoft application. Oh yeah. Also make sure they're not wasting money getting licensed on Infusionsoft's other platforms like their membership site, which is Customer Hub, and on their social media management program, which is called Grow Social. I mean, there's an online user guide you can reference at any time, right? And how meaningful is some 5-hour certification test, really? So make sure your Elance person is not certified in any Infusionsoft platform and that they are not paying for their own application. That will save you a ton of money. If someone has written a book on Infusionsoft, like that big green thing behind me, here's the actual book itself. The thing's a beast. If they've written a book on Infusionsoft, if they created handouts like laminated cheat sheets on Infusionsoft, if they've been asked to present webinars and ebooks, create them for Infusionsoft to share with their entire database, which is quite significant. Or if they've created sales training content like 30-day sales growth, no more sales duds, the 7 deadly sins of selling, the CD I have here, making good money in bad time, the CD I have here, or my new book. It takes more than a big smile, a good idea, and a Twitter account to build a business that lasts. So if somebody's done all of that, created those resources, documented their ideas to share with the greater public at large, if they've been asked to speak, to be a keynote speaker at sales and marketing annual conferences, if they've been asked to speak at Infusionsoft's annual conference, then they are just too expensive for you. I mean, it takes time to write books, right? It takes time to research the material, keep it updated, to take the experience that I've gathered since 1994 when I first started getting into sales and learning about self-help and motivation and positive thinking and all that stuff. It takes time to format it, publish it, have hundreds, even thousands of people go through it to provide feedback, to make sure it's as good as it can be, and to make sure that I really practice what I preach, in producing my own results. So make sure your $25 Elance consultant spends their free time not on creating resources and documenting their ideas and testing them in the marketplace, but you want them spending time on fantasy football, playing their Xbox, maybe joining a bowling league, or just hanging out, pounding beers, watching streaming movies they stole from some BitTorrent site, because we all know the number one way to keep your prices low is to keep your overhead low. And paying full price for movies and researching and writing and all that stuff, that's just way too expensive. Time is money, and taking time to strategize and get to know your business and asking really hard, insightful questions, it's just too uncomfortable and laborious and painstaking, and it's just something people do to make money off of you. So make sure your $25 Elance Infusionsoft consultant doesn't do any of that. You know exactly what you need and exactly the way things should be set up. So you just need some guy or gal sitting in the dark behind their laptop who emails and tags and tasks and HTTP posts and action sets and one-click upsells. They just start dragging all that stuff around because you already created it. Okay? You want them just moving your two-step web form signups, your upsells, your downsells, your customer hub assignments, the partials you created, the voice broadcasts, the fulfillment reports, the shopping cart designs, the order form designs, the payment plans you created. You just want them to move that stuff around because you already have it mapped out and you just don't have the time to do it. All right, so you just need some $25 dude sitting in the dark to just drag that around so you can click a button and money can just shoot out of your DVD port and gold bullion just spits out of your USB ports. Unless you're on a Mac, of course, and then it'll come out of the Thunderbolt port. Or the money just gets deposited into your bank account where you become your bank's favorite client and you get Omaha steaks and pin sets and coffee mugs delivered to you because you have all this stuff. You know exactly what has to be done. You see somebody to do it. You just don't have the time to do it, right? So skip the strategy. Just get right into the clickety-click tactics, okay, and the doing. That will save you more time than a Geico lizard. When someone has a family, they always overcharge because they have all those mouths to feed. And they have some sense of obligation to do a great job that'll produce results for you for years to come that will cause you to speak highly of them and rate them highly on the Infusionsoft marketplace. Then they'll get referrals and they'll just provide all this stability for you and their family and everyone else in the Infusionsoft community. And we all know that type of quality and accountability and accessibility costs money. No way, Jose. Make sure your $25 Elance Infusionsoft consultant is a loner. You want them single, young, a non-homeowner, preferably just renting a small room in a shack in a third world country, or at least they live in flyover country in the good old US of A. Preferably they are a meat eater and an energy drink consumer because those health nuts that eat organic and raw and non-GSO and all that stuff, they charge too much because all that health food costs too much money. You don't need your $25 Elance Infusionsoft consultant to live forever. You just want them to do exactly what you told them to do and to do it fast, right? Make sure your $25 Elance Infusionsoft consultant is not certified on any of Infusionsoft's platforms. That'll save $3,000 in upfront fees plus 4.5 days of travel plus $1,500 a year. Make sure they are not paying for an active Infusionsoft account. Okay, that'll save them $200 to $400 per month easy. You want to make sure that this consultant keeps everything documented in their head. Storage accounts like Evernote or Amazon S3 or even the Google, when you use a Google Drive and you upgrade it for a company, that can cost you money. I mean, easy $100 a year or more. So make sure they don't pay for any of that. Make sure they've never taken any time to create any resources, never written a book, CDs, podcasts, membership sites, or any other helpful tools or resources to document what they know so you can buy them or even be given those tools when you sign up as a client, okay? Because the months and the years and the time it takes to make those precious resources just eats up the time. They could be playing the Xbox or binge drinking, which helps good $25 Elance Infusionsoft consultants relax, okay? And relaxation is the key to being great at anything. So relax and have a great vision board. Also make sure your $25 Elance Infusionsoft consultant is not insisting you start with a strategy session. Okay? Strategy is overrated. Cut twice and measure once, right? You want someone that will just do as you command because you know best. Damn it. Finally, you want to make sure they're a loner. You want a hermit, preferably someone living in a shack, preferably hacking their neighbor's Wi-Fi account because you don't want them paying for the internet because that can cost 20 to 40 to, $80 a month. Okay? Preferably they're on some 5-year-old Dell notebook they picked up for $57 on eBay. They got a bootleg copy of Windows XP or Windows 2000, I don't know, because That stuff was just so stable. I think that's the last time Windows actually made a stable operating system. You know, and operating systems besides cost a lot of money. So you don't want them on some new computers that run fast and don't need to be rebooted all the time. And you sure don't want them running antivirus software, because when they log into your Infusionsoft application, you know, that antivirus software slows things down and it costs money. So you want them on an old machine, you know, Windows Explorer, Internet Explorer, you know, those guys are the best. All right. So look, in summary, I really hope this video helps you get your own $25 Infusionsoft Elance consultant. And really, with the tips I gave you, there's some gold in here. You could probably get them down to $20 or even $15 an hour. And as I recorded this today, I actually saw somebody for around $11 an hour. I bet he'll go down to $8 with the tips that I gave you. Because saving money and squeezing every last nickel out of your consultants and your workers and your advisors and your mentors, that's the name of the game, right?